What's up everyone? Thanks for joining me. Today I'm back in the chair as we talk about, well, as I try to talk about it and not get too carried away, the Ultraboost 21. The Adidas Ultraboost 21 actually. But you guys already knew that because it was in the description. Now you know the drill. If you get anything out of the video, please hit the like button. Help me grow by hitting subscribe. Also, comment if you've got anything to say and spread the word if you know that there's anyone out there who might enjoy the content. Don't forget to head on over to my Instagram page, 3 Kicks a Day. I do have content there that I'm usually posting daily. Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a different review than what I've given in the past. And the reason primarily is because I do want to do a bit of a show and tell. But it's also because the Ultraboost shoe is a different runner than ones that I have previously run in. And that's because this has serious lifestyle chops as well as being a performance running shoe. I don't think there's any shoe that has managed to get that blend as right as the Ultraboost series. That's not to say that other running shoes don't look great on feet. Yeah, sure they do. But can you think of another performance running shoe that has been so broadly accepted by runners and fashionistas around the world? In any case, before we get to a detailed look of the Ultraboost 21, I want to take us on a journey in time. And it starts not with the first Ultraboost that was released in 2015, but this guy, the Energy Boost running shoe. This one here I think was the Energy Boost 3. So it wasn't the Ultraboost runner that had it for the first time. But with the Energy Boost, it wasn't an overly popular running shoe, but it wasn't an overly popular shoe. So it was really contained within the running community, and it wasn't broadly accepted by those who are outside of that community, I guess. In 2015, Adidas released the Ultraboost. Now, this one here is the Ultraboost 4.0, but it is largely the same formula as the Ultraboost 1.0 through to the 5.0. The main differences were contained to the upper. There was a different treatment to the textile, or there were some additional panels or something like that. Back to my story. It was looking to have the same fate that the Energy Boost had, until Kanye West rocked a pair of triple whites in a concert somewhere doing something. And then the world went crazy. The Boost midsole just started showing up on nearly every single segment in Adidas's collection. What you can tell is where the inspiration came from for the Ultraboost. The Energy Boost itself has a lot of similarities to the Ultraboost. There is a really similar silhouette, it's got this midfoot cage, and there's also this treatment of the heel, all of which is in the Ultraboost shoe. Then the Ultraboost 19. And this was the first time I think we saw a more significant tweak to the Ultraboost design. There was a slightly different silhouette here. The Boost midsole had changed somewhat. We had a 3D printed heel counter to try and reduce on weight. And the knit pattern was also different. The Ultraboost 19 are immediately identifiable because apart from the triple whites and triple blacks, they all had this two-tone color scheme running through them. A few more minor tweaks to the Ultraboost 20, mainly contained to the overall feel of the shoe. I think the Boost midsole had 6% more pellets or something like that. There was also a little bit more padding around the heel area, and the knit material was slightly different. Then we get to the Ultraboost 21, and this is where I feel like we have gotten a complete overhaul to the Ultraboost design. All of those Ultraboosts I've spoken to previously, the original series, the 19 and 20, all have the features that make them unique, but this is the first time we've gotten something that is more significantly different. The Boost midsole doesn't even look the same. It's got this hefty stack at the rear, as well as this almost triangular shape to parts of the midsole. The heel counter itself towers over the tongue area, and there's just a different overall feel. It's probably worthwhile taking a look at what else Adidas have changed with the Ultraboost 21, starting with what they've put underfoot. So what we've got is a stretch web outsole, but the torsion system that we know from the previous iterations of the Ultraboost, in fact even dating back to the Energy Boost, is now gone, and it's been replaced with an LEP system. So it's basically the same principle, it just works a little bit differently. And for those of you who aren't so familiar with what a torsion system actually is, if you can hear that, there is a TPU material that sits there in the midsole that separates the forefoot and the heel, so it allows the two to move a little bit more independently. The idea behind that is that there's a more natural running motion that the shoe can promote, allowing you to hit the ground at different times and leave at different times again as well. We've seen some further refinements to the Boost midsole. Funnily enough, while you might think that there is heaps more boost than what was previously in a Ultraboost shoe, for reference, this is what the 20 looks like next to the 21. There's actually only 6% more capsules in the Ultraboost 21 than what was previously in the Ultraboost 20. And the upper is a prime blue upper. So the prime blue upper isn't something that's new to Adidas shoes or the Ultraboost series, but all of the Ultraboost 21s have a prime blue upper, which is basically a high-tech recycled material. 50% of this shoe is textile, and 75% of that textile is the prime blue yarn, which is made in part with Parley Ocean plastic. Before we break down the various components of the shoe and see how they worked from a performance perspective after my first run, we'll get to what the shoe is and what it isn't. And what it is a max cushion neutral running shoe with a Boost midsole. I know I've said that about 12 times already, but it's got a 30.5mm stack on the heel, a 20.5 stack on the forefoot, giving us a 10mm drop. It's got a prime knit, prime blue upper. It fits true to size, and it comes in at a whopping 340 grams or 12 ounces for a US men's size 9. It does fit true to size, but a note with that, it fits like an Ultraboost normally fits. So whatever you've previously bought your Ultraboost running shoes in, that's what I would buy these guys in. It may pay to see if you can go up half a size, but ultimately it just depends on how you like your running shoes to fit and whether you're going to be using it primarily for lifestyle wear or if you're planning to run in it. Now, what it's not, this is not a lightweight running shoe. It is not an overly squishy running shoe either. Don't let this hefty stack of Boost fool you. It is not going to feel like pillows under your foot. It's comfortable, don't get me wrong, but if you're wanting something that is light and is also squishy, this isn't really going to give you that. Okay, now with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the outsole. And what we've got here is a stretch web outsole, continental rubber that runs the perimeter of the shoe by about maybe, I don't know, like an inch or an inch and a half. And then you've got an additional bit of rubber coverage here in the forefoot with this black oval. Then you've got this Adidas LEP system, which is that TPU material we spoke about, by way of a torsion system here in the center as well. It works fine. I have never had a problem with any of Adidas's running shoes that use the continental rubber. I think from a traction perspective, they all work really well. This morning's run, surprise, surprise, was after quite a bit of rain overnight, and this held up really well. There was no issues with traction, and I think from a durability perspective, you're really well covered here. From a durability perspective, I think whether you're a heel striker or a forefoot striker, you are really well covered here. There is a significant amount of rubber here here that I think will go the distance. Adidas's main reason for using Continental rubber is not actually for durability, although that is a benefit. It is more for traction. And it doesn't disappoint. Nor would you expect it to after one run. Up into the midsole, and the way I would characterize the Boost midsole in the Ultraboost 21 is responsive and cushioned. As the series has evolved, I think going from that 4.0 to the 19, the 20, and now the 21, I feel like that the Boost midsole has been tweaked for firmness and more responsiveness than it has for being super soft or squishy. And I think that's worked really well for running. You definitely get a feeling of being well protected underfoot and well cushioned, while getting a little bit more pep to your step, I guess. I needed to dial into what the shoe wanted me to do, and that may have something to do with the additional weight that it's carrying, especially after coming off some lighter weight shoes. But once I dialed into what the shoe wanted me to do, I feel like that the midsole itself really gave me a good carrier for just each and every stride. Now for me, that was at a more moderate to slower pace. It's too early to make a call, but that's where I think this shoe will live. I'm not sure how it would do at those more faster paces, for me at least. Moving into the upper, and what we've got here is a full prime knit construction that is super comfortable. Around the back and the heel, you have a little bit of structure, but not a whole lot. You can see how that heel collapses. But what is really nice about the heel area is that the collar is well padded, so you're super comfortable in through the back. This TPU heel counter here does a good job of keeping your foot stable. And for the fit, you've got a booty-like construction. The upper is super comfortable, but I do need to stress that it is worthwhile getting the fit right if you're intending to use these as a running shoe. And this is not so much an issue with width like the Pegasus 37s have. This is more making sure you get the length right. So I stress again, if you have purchased an Ultraboost running shoe in the past, go with that size that you've previously used. And if you never have but do want to give these a go, head into a store and try it out. But otherwise, most online retailers accept returns, so just check the terms and conditions and you'll be fine. Let's take it how it looks on feet now. I do intend to take this on a lot more runs so I can get it up to at least 50Ks and come back and give a more in-depth review for you all. But I think what I will do is leave this to more my easy days, just because of the weight and also how it works generally. There you have it, guys. That's my view on the Ultraboost 21. If you've got any comments, please leave them down below. I'd be interested in your thoughts if you've already picked up a pair of these and are using it to run in, or just for day-to-day wear. Until the next video, laters.